Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Hope you guys having a good start to the week as we're here for Monday night game as Spurs take on Fulham, and Fulham potentially can push themselves up the league if they do manage to get an away win in this one. But Spurs can potentially go top of the table if they win. So it's going to be an interesting one, guys. All to play for. London derby as well. So let's hope we get an entertaining game. So bear with me a second, guys. Just going to quickly share on the screen team news with you guys. Don't forget, please do hit that like button if you could, guys. Would be appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing as we are working towards building what we hope will be a unique fan channel for you guys to enjoy being involved in. So we are currently doing a lot of round the grounds games so that fans can find out about us and find the channel and the project. So if that sounds good to you guys, please do consider subscribing. So bear with me a second, guys, as I share this team news on the screen. So as you guys should be able to see, should be coming on your screen now. So as you guys can see, Tottenham going with 4 at the back, 5 in midfield, 1 up front. Fulham going with a 4-3-3 formation, which is quite surprising as they're the away team. I would have thought they might have gone with a slightly more defensive formation, but have to, suppose, see about how it plays out and the confident lineup there from Fulham. So let's quickly go to the chat and see what you guys are saying. As the players are on the field now, we should be underway in a matter of minutes, guys. So, and really annoying. Get rid of that. So, Dave, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Dave saying I'll be here. Okay. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you dropping in early, mate. So I just came in from work, got it set up, and then obviously had a quick coffee, freshened up, and then jumped straight on the stream. So thank you for that, Dave. Always appreciate your company and support and your conversation in the chat. Always a pleasure, mate. Thank you. And also, BWFC Forever. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Also, BWFC also saying I'll be here too. You guys in nice and early today. Thank you, Dave and BWFC Forever. Always good to see you guys. Always appreciate your support and your conversation in the chat as well, guys. So thank you for dropping in early. Dave saying, evening BWFC, top stuff, guys. Loving the positive vibes and BWFC returning that same consideration. Top stuff, guys. Stevie saying, evening, guys and chat. How's it going, Stevie? Thank you, as always, for making yourself available, mate. I know you've had quite a busy weekend and you've been trying to help out in the background where you can, but always appreciated, Stevie. As I say, I know you've been quite busy the last few days, but still trying to help out where you can. So really do appreciate that, mate. So thanks for that, Stevie. Ian, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Welcome to good to have you with us. Sorry, mate, I'm getting a bit tongue-tied here. Ian saying, come on, you Spurs. So Ian rooting for Spurs tonight. Good to have you with us, Ian. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're having a good start to the week. So the teams are now on the field. We should be underway in a moment as some of the players just taking the knee. So thank you for that, Ian. Welcome to the show, mate. Good to see you. BDFC Forever saying, evening, Stevie. Thank you, BDFC top man. And also, Evening to Ian as well. What a guy. Thank you, BWFC. You're a star, mate. Top stuff. And Dave saying, hello, Gaz and Mrs. Gaz. Like that. Top stuff, Dave. Hope you have had a nice weekend. Yes, mate. Just been trying to catch up on some YouTube stuff. Obviously, you guys knew I did a couple of streams over the weekend, but also trying to catch up on a few bits and bobs on social media. So yeah, been mainly a working weekend, but yeah, not been too bad. Thank you for asking, Dave. Hope you had a good weekend as well, mate. And hope you're also having a good start to the week. So thanks for that, Dave. And Dave saying hi, Ian. Top stuff, Dave. Nice one, guys. Dave also saying hi to Stevie. Thank you, Dave. You're a star, top man. Ian saying hi, Dave, and BDUFC as well. Top stuff, Ian. You're a star. So Spurs on the attack now with Richarlison down this near side as Fulham challenge for the ball, and they've just knocked it out of play for a throw in on this near side, midway inside the Fulham half of the field. Davey's saying 5-1 to Spurs, my prediction. Oh, interesting. Do you think it's going to be as high as that, Dave? That's an interesting score prediction. Spurs now in the centre as the ball just been nicked off the toes of Son. And now Fulham knock it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper chips the ball forward as both sets of players challenge for it as Spurs come away with it. Now Spurs playing it in behind as Son gets in behind, but the goalkeeper comes out to close the space. And the ball deflects away to this near side for a throw-in. But nice bit of football there from Spurs as they almost opened up Fulham's defence. Well, they did open it up, but obviously the goalkeeper quick to read that and come out and close the space. So we'll have a throw-in on this near side. So, yeah, thanks for that, Dave. That's an interesting one, mate. That's definitely an interesting one. Hopefully you're right with the amount of goals. Let's hope we do get a good amount of goals tonight. As over the weekend we did a few games, but not really. We didn't really get a goal fest this weekend on any of the games I did, to be honest. So it would be nice to have a bit of a goal fest tonight, wouldn't it? BWFC Forever saying, sheesh high score. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So free kick now for Spurs. About 25 yards out as they knock it out wide to this near side, trying to cross it in, but Fulham quickly challenge for the ball, knocking it up the field, and now Spurs pick up the possession on the halfway line. As Fulham now coming out to press the ball, and Spurs just knock it all the way back to the goalkeeper. And now the referee's given a foul on this near side, but it's a bit of a soft one. Spurs with a free kick on this near side, just inside their own half. Taken short as they play it back to the centre backs. Ken, how you doing, mate? How's it going, Ken? Welcome to the show, mate. Thank you very much for sticking around the other day, giving me a bit of company as the stream we did. Was it Saturday? I think we did this. Yeah, Saturday night. The Manchester United game was went a bit quiet in the second half. So thank you, Ken, for sticking around for a little bit, mate. Making a little bit of conversation with me. Appreciated, mate. We have that sometimes, guys. We have as you guys know, that regular on the channel. Some streams quiet occasionally, some streams crazy busy. Just all depends on the game and obviously how much interest there is, and also what TV company covers it as well plays a big part in it as well. So thank you for that, Ken. Welcome to the show, mate. Evening to you as well. I hope you're doing well. So Ken saying evening to all. Nice one, Ken. Spurs now on the attack as they play the ball out to Richarlison on this near side. Now Richarlison with a cross into the box as it's headed away by Fulham. And now both sets of players challenging for it just outside this Fulham box. As eventually Spurs do win it, but then the referee has blown for a foul. So if you're just joining us, guys, we're 5 minutes in and it's still 0-0. Ball back now with the goalkeeper as Fulham take the free kick. Now knocking it out wide to that far side. So now they play it up the field. And it's intercepted by Spurs. Spurs now knocking it back out to that far side as they just probe Fulham on that far side. But Fulham just keeping their composure at the moment as Spurs knock it about and play it back to the halfway line. Now a ball played forward towards the edge of the box, but he's falling over there as he's intercepted the ball. Richarlison needing to come and help him out as Spurs managed to just about keep the possession. And now, again, Spurs play it out wide to this near side. Now coming into the centre. As all this going on the edge of the Fulham box. Now Fulham challenge for the ball. With Paulinho, that's how we pronounce it. As the referee blows for a foul. So going to have a free kick for Spurs here in what will be a pretty good position. Very, I think it's very central. So yes, Spurs with the free kick, I would say maybe just short of 30 yards out. Ball crossed in. It's maybe a bit short than that, actually. But yeah, Spurs cross the ball in, head it back across goal, and then it's blasted over the bar. As I don't know if that was something they've been practicing on the training ground, but it didn't work very well. So yeah, Dave saying, I love a ding dong derby. Yeah, I like that ding dong derby. Yeah, you can't beat a derby, Dave, as you say, mate. Now Spurs again coming forward as they race towards the edge of the box. Challenge comes in from Fulham, now claims for a penalty. But it happened right on the edge of the box. Yeah, it's just outside the box. We can see now from the replay, although the Spurs player has gone down quite dramatically there. Referee now surrounded by the players from both teams as he tries to sort this out. I don't know if he's waiting for a VAR to let him know how that went, but he's in deep discussion with players from both sides as Fulham and Spurs players are debating with the referee, and I think he's going to give it just outside the box. So yeah, thanks for that, Dave. Ken saying 3-1 Spurs. Good shout, that Ken. Yeah, I think that'll be. If we could get 3-1, that'd be a good amount of goals to enjoy throughout the game, wouldn't it? But I don't know. Fulham a tricky team. I think it might be a bit tighter than that. I think we could. I'm not saying Spurs won't win. Obviously, they're the home team, so they are the favourites. But um, as we know in football, guys, when teams doing well against better opposition, sometimes they can make mistakes against opposition that they underestimate. And well, the question will be, we'll find out by the end of the evening whether Spurs do underestimate Fulham. As now Spurs with the free kick, but it's not the best as it's knocked away out to this near side. Now Spurs picking up the possession as they play it back to the halfway line and now build from the centre circle. Ball played long out wide to that far side as Spurs take it to the byline. And Fulham coming across the challenge. Spurs managing to get in behind. Cross comes in and it's knocked away by Fulham. And now the referee has blown. And I think it's an offside. I think the linesman put the flag up. Yep, the flag's gone up on the far side of the field for the offside. So, yeah, thanks for that, Ken. That's a good shout, mate. Interesting score prediction there from Ken. Dave saying, hello, Ken. Nice one, Dave. Awesome. Loving the positivity from you guys. Top stuff. BWFC also saying hi, Ken. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. So now ball kicked long up the field as both sets of players challenge for it, and it's headed out on that far side, just inside the Spurs half of the field, throw into Fulham. Fulham take it quickly. Now playing it back to the goalkeeper as now Spurs push up the field to press the ball. Oh, Fulham almost losing it there on the edge of the box as they knock it again back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper kicks it long up towards the halfway line. Now Fulham knock it out wide to this near side. There's space to run into as the ball crossed into the box and Spurs forced to knock it behind as it goes out for a corner on this near side to Fulham. So, yeah, Spurs going to have to be wary of that. I think Fulham going to be trying to do that all evening. They're going to try and soak up the pressure and obviously try and hit Spurs on the counter-attack whenever they get the chance. So, yeah, nice one, BWFC top man. And Ken saying hi, you too. Nice one. Nice one, Ken. Awesome stuff, guys. Ball corner comes in now. And, oh, we've got a collision in the box. And goalkeeper forced to save it then. Yeah, it was knocked towards goal. Goalkeeper made the save, but then the Spurs player there trying to knock it away collided with a Fulham player just on the far side of the post. So it's been given as a goal kick. So goal kick to Spurs as they now play out from the back. Davy's saying, yes, guys, 5-1 as Spurs are formidable at home and Fulham are not that good away from home, away from the cottage. Okay, that's fair enough. Thank you, Dave. Top stuff, mate. Loving the fact Dave there explaining his thinking. So yeah, that makes all the sense in the world, mate. It does, but sometimes I'm just saying sometimes we can't form. So as you know, in derbies, mate, that form does go out the window, and I just think Fulham have a chance of possibly getting something out of this game tonight, simply because they can go into it with nothing to lose. Nobody's expecting them to get anything tonight, and sometimes when teams like Fulham and other teams like Bournemouth and even clubs that have been in Premier League in the past, like Stoke and Blackburn and stuff like that, when they've gone into games like against Spurs, Man United, Tottenham, Chelsea. Sorry, I said Spurs twice. Then did I? Arsenal. These kind of clubs, they got nothing to lose, and sometimes that can mean that they just put in a better performance. So I totally get what you're saying, Dave. Plenty of logic in that, mate. Totally makes sense. But like I said, I just think that if Fulham can keep the back door shut for the first half an hour of this game, I think it might give them a chance to get something out of it because Spurs will become more and more frustrated. And one thing we've seen that with Spurs, as I'm taking into account with what Dave's saying, and he's right what he's saying, but one thing we can say about Spurs is when teams sit back and just sit on the edge of their own box, Spurs have shown that sometimes they can really struggle to break them down. So there's plenty of logic in what Dave's saying. It might turn out the way Dave's saying, but then it could also turn out the other way, where it becomes a game of a bit of a chess game, if you get what I mean, where it's more of a cagey affair. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Certainly, good logic in what Dave's saying there. So Spurs now playing it forward again, but it's not back to the halfway line by Fulham. Spurs picking up the possession. So thanks for that, Dave. Good explanation there, top man. Ken saying Valencia 1, Sedis 0. Thank you, Ken. So obviously, yeah, game going on in La Liga tonight as well. Also a game in the Welsh Cup tonight, guys, as well. I don't know if you guys might be interested in that, but there is also a game. I don't know if we get score updates for it because we don't normally get score updates for games in Wales until they're normally finished. But Swansea U21s tonight playing in a quarter-final game in the Welsh Cup against Brittany Ferry. So don't know if you guys were aware of that. And also a game in the National League South as well tonight, guys. I can tell you that it's Chelmsford City 0, Dover Athletic won, 6 minutes gone in that game. Um, so yeah, other than that, not a lot going on in the UK other than that tonight, guys. Now Fulham with a possession as they play it forward, and it's challenged by Spurs, and it goes out on that far side for a throw-in. So yeah, thanks for that, Ken. Billy, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Billy saying, evening, just dropping in to give a prediction. I'm going 2-0 to Tottenham. Nice one, Billy. Thank you, mate. Always appreciate you dropping in. And yeah, interesting. We got good range tonight, haven't we, guys? Because we've got Dave saying 5-1, and we had Ken saying 3-1, and now we've got Billy saying 2-0. So a good mix of score predictions, but nobody fancying Fulham tonight, guys. None of you guys fancying Fulham to cause an upset. So we've got a collision here as the referee blows for a foul. So it's going to be a free kick to Fulham. Willian, the player, coming the worst off from that challenge as he just gets back to his feet. He's limping away, but I think he's going to be okay. So thanks for that, Billy. Always a pleasure, mate. Always good to see you. Thank you for dropping in, mate. I'm presuming you might be busy tonight, so that's why you're just dropping in. But thank you, Billy. Always appreciated, mate. And yeah, good shout with a 2-0. The ball played out wide to that far side as Willian intercepts it. Spurs come to challenge as he tries to play round the Spurs forward, but he's just blocked off there. And that will be a free kick to Fulham. Is it me, guys, or do you guys pick up on this? And if I don't see Willian Scott play, um, he never looks happy. Never ever seems to look happy. And I'm not just talking about when he's played for Fulham. I'm talking about also when he played for Chelsea as well. He just never seems to look happy. Now, Fulham knocking the ball down this near side as they come towards the byline. Ball crossed in as it's headed towards goal, but just goes wide on that far post and bounces out of play. And that'll be a goal kick to Spurs. Dave saying, can't wait until tomorrow night. Game at the Den. I'm leaving mine at 2. So I get there in time for 7. Whoa, you got to leave that early, mate. Whoa, that's crazy. Oh, yeah, yeah, I've actually, I do remember you telling me you live a bit away from Millwall. So, yeah, that's. So what time will you get home, Dave? That means you'll be getting home about 2, 3 in the morning or something. Now Fulham winning the ball back again as they race forward now down that far side. Spurs just managing to intercept it, and they've knocked it out on that far side for a throw into Fulham. About 7 or 8 yards, I think, from the corner flag on that far side. So throwing taken by Fulham as they knock it back to the halfway line. Now Spurs just sitting off as they wait to absorb the pressure from Fulham as Fulham now play it out wide to this near side. Now Fulham playing it into the centre as Spurs tried to challenge for it, but Fulham managing to retain it as they play it back out wide to this near side and eventually knock it all the way back to the halfway line. Now a long crossfield ball out wide to Willian on that far side as now Willian trying to get in behind as he takes it to the byline, now cuts it back as he comes back inside, played into the centre as Fulham eventually knock it all the way back to the halfway line under pressure, but it's played back into out wide to that far side again. It's now Fulham with a cross into the box, but it's blocked off, and that's been knocked behind for a corner on that far side to Fulham. So yeah, Dave, awesome, good to hear you getting back to a game, mate. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you have a good night and safe travels. That's the main thing, safe travels. Obviously, the result would be good as well for you guys as well. But Corner comes in as the goalkeeper jumps the highest to gather that. Now he quickly throws the ball out to this near side as Spurs now trying to race up the field to it. Fulham on the counter attack. Now Fulham getting bodies back behind the ball as Spurs cut it back. And now the crowd just getting a little bit noisy as they try to encourage Spurs to go for it. And now Spurs with the... See, they've got me saying it now. It's my bad, guys. I don't like using that word, so apologies. Fans. That's the mainstream media keep saying crowd. They've got me saying it now. Oh, we've got to come in together here. What's going on here? Referee just breaking it up there as a bit of a coming together. It's just a bit of handbags in the end. Oh, that's a dangerous challenge, that, from the Fulham player. How has he got away with that, not getting booked? Feet off the ground, lunging into the challenge, and studs up. That should have definitely been a yellow card. It's showing consistency from these referees. It's a joke. If you're going to create the drama about a dangerous challenge, you have to be consistent. So any challenge that's dangerous like that, you've got to book the player, whether it doesn't matter if it's not, doesn't result in an injury or anything serious. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that the players took that risk. But we're always going to have that problem, guys. As long as referees don't stay consistent with the decisions, then players are going to keep testing the boundaries, aren't they? They're going to test the boundaries. But yep, shocking, that challenge. So free kick now on this near side for Spurs. So yeah, thanks for that, Dave. Hope you have a great night, mate. Absolutely. Dave also saying hi, Billy. Nice one, Dave. Top stuff, mate. So Spurs now taking the free kick, knocking it back into the centre. Now played out wide to that far side as they play it forward now. Intercepted by Fulham as they knock it back in the direction it came, but both sets of players challenge for it now in the centre circle as Spurs win it. Now Spurs playing it back to their centre backs as they build again now from just inside their own half. Now ball played forward to Son as Son under pressure there. Just has to knock it back to his teammate. Now played out wide to that far side as Spurs trying to work it through the press. Now taking it to the byline as it's cut back and crossed into the box, but it's intercepted by Fulham before Spurs win it back again. Now Spurs coming again. As I said before, guys, you can see from this defending from Fulham, they've come and determined to keep it tight at the back. You can see that by the way they're playing. As now Spurs come again. Playing it through the centre to Son. Son trying to play it into Richarlison, but again cut out by Fulham. Now Fulham playing it out wide to this near side as a sliding challenge comes in from Spurs and the ball knocked out of play on this near side for a throw-in. Quite a tasty game so far, guys. So thank you for that. Billy returning that same consideration as well. Thank you, Dave. Billy, you guys are top stuff. Thank you. Really awesome. Billy also saying, I'm not staying long. No worries, Billy. No worries. I kind of detected that from your first message, mate. But thank you very much for dropping in. Always good to see you, mate. And yeah, no worries if you've got to jump off. Thank you, mate. Oh, now Fulham winning it back again as they knock it out wide to Willian again on that far side. Now cut back into the centre as Fulham. They took a shot from distance and it's poor, well wide of that far post, and that'll be a goal kick to Spurs. So yeah, no worries, Billy. Top man, thank you, mate. As I say, always appreciate you dropping in when you can, even if sometimes you guys can't stay long. So thank you, Billy. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, mate, and stay safe and well. Dave saying, I know, bro. Keep safe. Nice one, Dave. Awesome. You guys are absolutely class. Now, Spurs winning it back on the halfway line. Played out wide to that far side as Fulham, they're not giving this up. Now Spurs trying to play it forward again, but Fulham challenging for it. Now the referee's blown for something here. I'm not sure what he's blown for. Well, I'm not sure that the referee stopped that for then. So ball played down the field. It's intercepted by the Spurs keeper. He tries to knock it out on that far side. Oh, Spurs losing it at the back here now as Fulham trying to take advantage. Now played back out wide as it's crossed out to this near side. Now Fulham. Oh, sure. They just couldn't keep it in. And it's gone out for throwing to Spurs on this near side of the field, deep inside their own half. So, yeah, nice one, Dave. Awesome. Thank you, mate. Billy is saying, I used to think Fulham badge was a crab. I have no idea why, but when I turned my head, I realized it's FFC. Now Spurs playing the ball out wide to this near side as they come forward again. Now played towards the edge of the box. Cut back as Spurs now with a shot. And it's saved by the goalkeeper as Fulham keeping it really compact in the box. So, yeah, it's a bit of an unusual one, Billy. Thanks for that, mate. Where was I? Ken is saying, in Accrington yesterday, a Rovers fan said the Lions are rubbish. I said anyone can beat anyone in the Championship. Yep, you're absolutely right, Ken. Absolutely right. But yeah, unfortunately, Ken, what you have to remember sometimes, mate, is some fans are um, just foolish with their opinions. They don't think logically. They just don't think logically. It's like when you get fans bantering other clubs for a certain position they're in, and then you see 12 months later their club ends up in the same position and they don't like the banter. But yet the year before they were bantering another club for doing it. So some fans are that foolish, mate. Some fans are that foolish that they don't think of the bigger picture. But you're absolutely right, Ken. Well said, mate. Any club can win any club. In fact, I'd say that applies to every league. Across the UK, with maybe certain exceptions in the Scottish Premiership and obviously the English Premier League, but only certain exceptions. Because even in the Premier League, as we see, guys, a lot of teams where we think it's going to go a certain way, and it doesn't always go that way. Do you know what I mean? So ask Man United; they know about that. sorry, I couldn't resist that one, guys. But yeah, thanks for that, Ken. You're absolutely right. Sorry, guys, I couldn't resist that then. As headed back in the direction it came. Now for Spurs, Fulham picking up the possession though, as now Fulham play it out wide to that far side. Willian again with the possession as he races towards the Spurs box, but then runs into traffic as he just cuts it back. But Fulham keeping going as they take it to the byline. Now ball crossed in, but it's intercepted by Spurs. And now Spurs tried to play out from the back, knocking it out wide to that far side. Loads of space to run into here for Spurs as they race towards the box. Now coming into the box. Can they get the shot off? As they do. And it's just wide of that far post from Richarlison. Oh, I can't believe he's missed that. That's Spurs probably their best opportunity at opening up Fulham's defence so far in this game. So if you just join us, guys, currently 0-0 and it's 29 and a half minutes gone. So Dave saying, Ken, anyone can beat my Millwall. Well, yeah, don't worry about it, Dave. Anybody can beat my Bolton sometimes. It works. I think every club has to be honest that can happen. Now Spurs again playing it into the centre as they race forward into the box. Knocked into Son. A Son now with a shot. And the goalkeeper makes the save. Son looking a frustrated figure there, as I don't think he. Well, I think he snatched at that shot a little bit. I think he was hoping to get a bit more power behind that, but it didn't quite come off. Now Spurs win back the possession again as they come forward, playing the ball out wide to that far side. Now taking it to the byline, challenged by Fulham. As the ball just goes out of play, and that'll be a goal kick. And Boo's going around the background for a shoulder badge. When did the game become soft and shoulder badges weren't allowed anymore? It's been a part of the game for 150 years, but now we're starting to see that there's certain parts or certain elements of the football world that want it to be or appear to want it to be outlawed. Now Spurs again coming towards the edge of the box as Fulham keeping it tight, but Spurs struggling to find a way through. Knocked out to Richarlison on this near side as he tries to cross it in, but it's blocked off again by Fulham. Deflects away. Spurs pick it up midway inside their own half. Knocked out again to this near side as Richarlison pays it into the box. It's cut back, but again blocked off by Fulham. And now Fulham with the possession as they knock it forward now. Working it towards the halfway line, but forced to come back under pressure from Spurs. So thanks for that, Dave. Now Fulham knock it out to that far side. Willian with the ball, racing forward now as he comes down the middle. Oh, and he just plays it to a teammate there on his left-hand side, but unfortunately, just a bit too timid, the pass, and Spurs managed to cut it out. Spurs now coming again. Quite an interesting game, this, guys, end-to-end. Kent saying Lionesses beat Lions. Lionesses beat Lions? Well, am I missing something there? That indicates that England ladies have been playing Millwall ladies. Am I right to read that right like that, Ken? Is that what you're meaning? Or are you meaning something else? Maybe there's another club or another nation called Lions that I'm not familiar with. But thanks for that, Ken. You have to explain a little bit more. I'm not sure what he's meaning exactly by that, but thank you, Ken. Now, Maddison with a shot, and it's the goalkeeper manager to save that quite comfortably. So yeah, thanks, Ken. PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan. How you doing, Dylan? Good to see you, mate. Dylan saying, good evening, Gaz. I hope you are well. Just wanted to pop in and give my best to you and the other members of the Fandang community. Thank you, Dylan. Always a pleasure, mate. Thank you. Appreciate you dropping in. I'm good. Thanks for asking, mate. Hope you're doing good. Not spoke to you properly for a while. I'll have to try and catch up with you, but I know you've been busy with studies and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for that, Dylan. Good to see you, as I say, mate. And I hope you're also doing well. Thank you. Always good to see Dylan dropping in when he can. As I say, he's quite busy at the moment with studies, which is understandable. So now Spurs with the possession on that far side. So thanks for that, Dylan. And yep, good to see you, mate. Welcome to the show. Dave saying, Ken, mate, the women always win. That's a good one. Now, we got a collision on that far side. So Hotspur sliding in on Willian there. He has resisted. He's tried to pull out, but it still cost him a yellow card. So free kick for Fulham on that far side. They play it back to the goalkeeper. So yeah, I like that, Dave. Well said, mate. Now Spurs with the ball, played to Son. Son with a shot, and it's into the top corner. Spurs open the scoring. 35 minutes gone, guys, and it's Tottenham 1, Fulham 0. Son on the edge of the box, ball played into him, and he just had to get round the defender, and then he slotted it beautifully right into the top corner of the net. And Dave saying, PFC, nice one, Dave. Top stuff. Yeah, really nice goal, that. And so thank you, Dave. Dylan, thank you, guys. Billy is saying, I don't think Fulham will be strong enough for Tottenham, especially when Tottenham are in good form. No, yeah, that's a great point, Billy. Yeah, well said, mate. Can't argue with that at all. Certainly good logic in that. That makes a lot of sense, mate. And it looks like you could be proven right by the end of the night, but got to give credit to Fulham. They have made a good start in the first half an hour. They've tried to soak up the pressure. They've tried to hit Spurs on the counter attack when they've had the opportunity. But the problem is, I think they've left themselves a little bit exposed at the back sometimes when they're going forward. And that's how Spurs were able to score the goal, really, because Fulham with a lot less defensive bodies back when that goal was scored. Now Spurs with the possession again as they play it out wide to that far side. They're going to play a little bit more of a patient game, I would think, now they've took the lead. So, yeah, well said, Billy. That's a good shout, mate. Got to agree with you there. That's definitely some good logic in that, mate. Thank you. PFC underscore DY4 is saying, I predict a 2-2 draw. Interesting. So, Dylan, the first one to go for the draw tonight. Thank you, mate. Now, Spurs coming again as they play forward towards the edge of the box. Played out wide to that far side as now the ball crossed in, and it's just headed behind by Fulham, and that's going to be a corner on this near side to Tottenham. So, yeah, good shout, Dylan. Thank you, mate. We'll got some good variety of score predictions tonight. So we're waiting for the corner now. Dave saying the only time William. Right, sorry, yeah. Right, I'll come to your next message, Dave. I've just clocked that. Billy saying, I'm heading out now, people. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you, Billy. No worries, mate. Take care of yourself. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved. Always good to have you involved in the fandom community, mate. So enjoy what's left of your evening and hope you have a good week ahead, mate. Corner comes in. It's knocked away as Spurs pick it up outside the box. And now Spurs play it back to the halfway line. So, yeah, take care, Billy. Thank you, mate. Stay safe and well. And hopefully, maybe see you later on in the week or at the weekend, mate. As I say, I hope you have a good week. Thank you, Billy. Dave saying, sorry, Willian only smiles when he scores. Thank you. Oh, sorry, Dave. Break off. Spurs now coming into the box, getting the shot off, but it's blocked off by Fulham, but then deflects to another Spurs player. He's got the shot off, but it's again knocked out wide, and that's gone out for a corner on the far side. And Spurs really starting to pile on the pressure here. Yeah, just took the deflection off the Fulham player there and went wide. And that will be a corner to Spurs on the far side. So, yeah, thank you for that, Dave. Ball comes in from the corner, headed away by Fulham. Spurs picking it up on the edge of the box. Sorry, a bit further away from the edge of the box as the shot comes in, but it's wide. And that would be a goal kick. I'm not sure. Is he giving a corner here? Did it take I think it took a deflection on the way through. So, yeah, another corner on this near side. Um, Sorry, guys, I got a bit muddled up there. It does happen occasionally with the action going so quick and intense sometimes. Corner taken short now by Spurs as they play it towards the edge of the box. Now it's crossed in as it's knocked away. Both sets of players challenging for it, but now Fulham win it back outside the box. Played out wide to that far side as Fulham now trying to relieve the pressure. Now long crossfield ball out to this near side as Spurs come to challenge for it, headed back into the centre and then eventually knocked all the way back to the Fulham centre backs under pressure from Spurs. Now Fulham with the possession, knocked out wide to that far side as now they race forward, coming into the Spurs half of the field, racing down that far side, played on to William. William now crosses it into the box as it's headed down and claims for a handball there as the Spurs defender made contact and it deflected off him and went behind for a corner on this near side to Fulham. I don't think you can give that as a handball. He's made no effort whatsoever to lift his arm towards the ball. It was just headed down and it naturally just hit the side of his arm, but his arms were down by his side, so you can't be giving that as a handball. We have to remember these rules of it's supposed to be in an unnatural position. So if a player's got their arm by the sides, that's not an unnatural position. Now corner comes in, headed towards. No, it's not. The camera deceiving me there. Linesman's put the flag up, so it's not going to count anyway. As I think Fulham thought they'd won another corner there. But linesman's putting his flag up, so goal kick to Spurs. So yeah, thanks, Dave. PFC underscore DY4 Dylan said, Billy, see ya. Billy C, all the best, mate. Thank you, Dylan. Awesome. Top stuff, guys. Thank you, Dylan. Loving the positivity. And Dave also saying bye, Billy. You guys are top. Thank you. Dylan, Dave, and also Ken. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. So now Charlison crossing it into the box, but it's gone wide of that far post. The Spurs player unable to just tap that into the back of the net. Now the ball played back out to this near side as Charlison just takes a little challenge and he's gone down as he tries to challenge for the ball. I don't know if he twisted his ankle there. Now Fulham with the ball back to the goalkeeper. Now knocked out wide to that far side as it's headed back in the direction it came from by Tottenham. But Fulham picking up the possession under pressure from Spurs as the referee gives the foul. So Fulham with a free kick midway inside their own half. Quite central. So thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Dylan is saying Tottenham are a strong outfit, especially now, but Fulham aren't. Fulham aren't one of the want to be underestimated. Don't write them off just yet. Yeah, well, I like that, Dylan. Top stuff. I like that. Yeah, that's good logic in that, mate. Definitely good logic. Makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Dylan. Where am I? Now Spurs racing forward down that far side as they've won the ball back. Fulham trying to get bodies back behind as Spurs just slow down as they approach the box. Now ball played in as it's well, sorry guys, I can't describe that. There was about 5-6 players all coming together for the same ball then, as eventually it is cleared up the field. Fulham intercept it, knocking it away. Now Spurs winning it back. Now Spurs come again. Well, that was crazy. Spurs now play into the centre to Maddison. So we've got 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half, guys. Still 1-0 to Spurs. It's now Spurs with the possession in the centre. Just knocking it about on the halfway line at the moment. Now played forward as Spurs knock it out wide to this near side again. Played back inside by Richarlison as they tried to race through. And now a challenge by Fulham. Claims for a penalty again. It's pretty poor how bad Spurs have been trying to claim for penalties tonight. That's 2 occasions now where they've gone surrounding the referee, trying to get the penalty. I don't see why players want penalties so badly. Would you not want, as a professional player, would you not want to just win the game outright? So VAR checking that. No penalty given. As now Fulham build again from the back, playing it out wide to that far side as they come forward now. Spurs challenging for it on the halfway line and it's knocked out of play. So Fulham with the throw in as they knock it back to their centre backs. Now Fulham with a long crossfield ball out to that far side as Willian intercepts it. Now played back into the centre as Fulham just knocking it about from that far side. Now crossed into the box, but it's cut out by Spurs. And now Richarlison trying to get on the run, but as he chips the ball forward, it's intercepted by Fulham. Now Fulham playing it forward as they knock it out wide to this near side. Blocked off again as the referee blows for a foul. Why didn't he just play the advantage there? You know, it's confusing with these refs in it, how sometimes they play the advantage and then sometimes they don't. This is what I mean about referees' inconsistencies. Fulham were on the attack then. He should have played the advantage. Well, I think if they had anyway, they'd have been offside, wouldn't they? So, yeah, that's why he's giving it. My bad. It's me that's actually got it wrong this time, but at least I'm better than a referee. I'll hold my hands up and admit that I've misjudged how the game went there. So, Fulham should have still got a free kick, but they haven't. And there goes the half-time whistle, guys. So, at half-time, it's finished. Tottenham 1, Fulham 0. As players march off the field. So thank you for that, Dylan. Bear with me, guys. I'll come back to the comments in a minute because I can see I'm getting a bit behind with the comments here. So let me quickly just do the halftime match stats and then I will come to your comments and do my best to try and catch up in the halftime break. So just bear with me a second, as I say, guys, while I quickly do the halftime match stats. So here we go, guys. Should be on your screen now. Let me just turn that right down a bit so I can think clearly. Shots, total shots, 10 for Spurs, 5 for Fulham. Shots on target, 4 for Tottenham, 1 for Fulham. Possession, 67% for Tottenham, 33% for Fulham. Passes, 321 for Spurs, 158 for Fulham. Pass accuracy, 89% for Tottenham, 77% for Fulham. Fouls, 5 for Tottenham, or should I say 5 against Tottenham, 7 against Fulham. Yellow cards, just the 1 against Tottenham, and no red cards. Offsides, 3 against Spurs, and also 3 against Fulham. And as well as that, corners, exactly 3 apiece as well. So there you go, guys. I'll leave that on the screen so you guys can have analyze it at your own will. And let me come see if I can catch up some comments now. So Dave is saying, Gaz, I live 27.7 miles outside Norwich, and I'll be staying over in London until Wednesday afternoon. Ah, right. Okay, fair enough, Dave. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I was just saying it's a long way to go, isn't it, to go and watch a game in a night game. this is sometimes what, as we know as fans, Dave, and I'm sure you've said it yourself at some stage, mate, that sometimes it can be really frustrating with these TV companies scheduling these games all over the place with no thought whatsoever for the fans traveling to the games. So, yeah. Well, thank you for letting me know that, Dave. Hope you have a safe journey down there. Enjoy your time in London for a couple of days, and obviously safe travels back home. So, yeah. Thank you, Dave. Hope you also enjoy the game, get a good result. Dave not going to watch Millwall for the last couple of weeks as he was frustrated with the way things were going with the manager, and made his stand by not going to games. So can't fault Dave for that. If more fans actually started doing that and voting with not attending games or not buying merchandise or something like that, then we might actually get football clubs listening to us as a bit more. So yeah, massive respect to Dave for sticking to his principles and not just following the crowd. PFC underscore DY4 Dylan saying, I have to hop off now, but I will try and hop back on before the end of the match. If not, I will give it a watch later on. All the best, guys. Thank you, Dylan. No worries, mate. No worries if you've got to get things done, things to do, mate. No problem. Thank you very much for dropping in. Always a pleasure to see you, mate. And yeah, no worries. As I say, always good to have you involved in the fan den community, Dylan. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week, mate. Stay safe and well. Look after yourself. And yeah, hopefully, maybe catch up with you again on the next stream a bit sooner. But yeah, take care, Dylan. Thank you, mate. And Dave there with a thumbs up. Thank you, Dave. Nice one. Awesome. You guys, awesome. Thank you. Ken saying Valencia 2, Sedis nil. Thank you, Ken. Nice one, mate. And also Dave there showing appreciation. What a guy. Thank you, Dave. And Ken also, Ken saying, have a good time at the den. Awesome. See, this is what I love, guys. You guys making that effort to build. You all support different clubs, but you guys just showing a little bit of respect to each other like that is awesome. Where you're just showing that we all love football and we all want to enjoy it when we go and pay out the money to games. So yeah, massive respect to that, to Ken for that. That's the kind of stuff. Love fans showing club loyalty and a bit of friendly banter, guys. But there's no reason why we can't love the football as one football family, and you guys showing that that is absolutely possible with the right kind of fans. So thank you, Ken, and yeah, well said, mate. Dave saying thanks, Ken. I intend to win, lose or draw. I like that. Awesome, awesome, Dave. Top stuff. Yep, rightly so, mate. Rightly so. Millwall Talk TV. How you doing, mate? Welcome to Football Fan Den, Millwall Talk TV. Pleasure to have you with us, mate. I think you're new to the channel, unless it's somebody that's changed their name, account name that we already know. But welcome to Football Fan Den UK, Millwall Talk TV. Good to have you with us, mate. And yeah, just showing your love for your club there. So thank you for that, mate. And as I say, welcome to Fan Den and the Fan Den community. Dave saying the way football is going, soon the players will have will be like playing table football, no contact whatsoever. Real talk, absolutely real talk. Well said, Dave. Well said. That's real talk. Absolutely. It is getting like that, where it's starting to feel like they're trying to make it non-contact. So, yeah, that's well said, Dave. Saying it as he sees it. That's what we're here about here at Fan Den, guys. Want you guys to come together, be part of the Fan Den project, the Fan Den community, get along, but also top comments like this where fans actually get to say with some intelligence the truth, because we hear so much blowing smoke in the football world, in fact just in the world full stop, don't we? So it's refreshing, and I love to hear fans having the opportunity to just say it as it is, real talk like that, exactly as it is. And we're having the mainstream media trying to hide these things and play it down and this, that and the other, so that they don't upset the Premier League or they don't upset the EFL or what it was. All I say to that is sod that. why should we be bothered about them? They should be bothered about upsetting us, not us upsetting them. It should be they're meant to manage the game on our behalf, not the other way around. So why should media companies be worried about upsetting the Premier League or the EFL or UEFA? That's a load of rubbish. That's just being a yes man. As fans should have the right to can challenge what the football authorities are doing that's changing the dynamics of the game that we love. I'm not being funny, guys, but I love contact in football. I love it. It's part of the game. It's always been part of the game. And when you start trying to take it out, the only clubs that suffer are the lower league clubs, in my opinion, because it's the lower league clubs that are going to be more physical when they take on tougher opposition to try and address the balance, to try and redress the balance. They can't match them with top, skillful, rich players, can they? So they have to do it in a different way. And a lot of the time, we'll see clubs like Burnley, Stoke, Sheffield, these kind of clubs come up into the Premier League and they try to address that balance by being a little, I'm not saying aggressively physical. We would never, I'm sure you guys would agree with me, never agree with aggressive, like over the top physicality. But a bit of physicality has always been in the game. And as we know, lower league clubs that come up, they try to use that to try and redress the balance. So when you get football authorities and referees trying to stamp it out the game, it's making it all more in favour of the big clubs and making it less as a fair competition, in my opinion. So top comment there from Dave. Loving that, mate. Mr. Barnsley, how you doing, Ryan? Welcome to the show. Mr. Barnsley saying make upset 4-1 to Fulham. Oh, interesting. I like that, Ryan. I like that, mate. Thank you for your score prediction, Ryan. Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're having a good week so far. Good start to your week, Mr. Barnsley. And yeah, thank you for that, mate. Dave saying Millwall talk. Hello, buddy. Thank you, Dave. Awesome, as always, from you, mate. Thank you. Bruce and Quintin, how you doing, mate? Bruce and Quintin, I think we've seen you on the channel before. I seem to remember your account name does look familiar. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the show and welcome to the Fandom community. Good to have you with us, mate. Bruce and Quintin saying can't beat a good steak. Well, yeah, you can't. You can't. I do love a bit of steak, actually. Also, yeah. Thank you for that, Bruce. Quintin, welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're having a good start to the week and good to have you with us. Welcome to the Fandom chat. Mr. Barnes is saying, hey up, everyone. Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. Awesome. Loving the positive vibes from you guys. Dave saying, hi, Mr. Tetley T. I mean, Ryan. Hassan Hirsi. Apologies if I'm not reading your correct name correctly. Hassan, how you doing, mate? Welcome to Football Fandom UK. Welcome to the Fandom community. Pleasure to have you with us, mate. How you doing? Hassan saying, finally, the goal came in. Came in. Son. Yeah, absolutely. Good to see a goal in that first half. It was coming, wasn't it? I think you could start to see Spurs getting a little bit frustrated. But as soon as they scored that goal, I think that frustration died down. And now they're obviously feeling full of confidence and wanting to push on, I presume, in the second half. But the question is, will Fulham have an answer to try and counter that? But yeah, thank you for that, Hassan. And as I say, mate, welcome to the Fandom community. Dave is saying, evening, Bruce. Oh, what a guy. Top man, Dave. You are top, mate. Top stuff. Ryan, Mr. Barnes is saying, Dave can't beat us. Dave can't beat us in playoffs. Can't beat us in playoffs. Final 2016. Okay. So Ryan early with the banter. Ken saying, go on, my son. I like that, Ken. That's a good one. Bruce and Quintin saying, if Angel keeps this up, he'll get a job at a bigger club. next season. Well, interesting. Do you think so? I don't know, I don't know. Good shout, Bruce, and Quintin. Thank you for that, mate. Yeah, it's an interesting one. But the reason I'm saying I'm not sure is because a lot of people did say that when Pochettino was there, and he never really got another. Um, well, no other clubs seem to really go for him, and I suppose some Spurs fans might argue that they are a big club. Obviously, they are a decent sized club. They're just not very successful at winning trophies, are they? So but obviously, if he continues to do well, as you say, mate, as Evangel continues to do well, then the trophy situation could change. But yep, interesting comment there from Bruce and Quintin. Like I say, I'm not sure, mate. It's a good comment. Just not sure about it because, like I say, a lot of people were saying the similar thing about Pochettino, and that never quite happened, did it? Not in the way we expected it, anyway. But thank you for that, Bruce and Quintin. Good comment, mate. Thank you. David's saying, "Ha, Ryan, that was 2016. Where are you now? Where are we now?" Uh, yeah, that's a good point, Dave. Mr. Barnes is saying in League One, with your over rivals Charlton. Millwall's biggest rivals are not Charlton. Millwall's biggest rivals are West Ham, if I'm remembering correctly. Um, or their main rivals anyway. I didn't really think that Millwall considered Charlton two serious rivals, or am I wrong? Maybe that's because I'm not as in touch with some of you guys down south. But yeah, I never considered that Charlton Athletic and Millwall were major rivals or anything. I know that it's a derby, it's a London derby. I'm not that daft, I get that. But I wouldn't have saw that Charlton and Millwall were like really intense rivalry that I'm aware of. But maybe I'm wrong. So thank you for that, Ryan. That's an interesting one, mate. Um, if that is the case, I've learnt something. So thank you for that, Ryan. Maybe Dave, can you let me know, Dave? Dave or Ben, if you guys in the chat, let me know about that because I'm not sure. I know it's a London rivalry, I know that, but I didn't think you guys had like a deep rivalry with Charlton. So if that is the case, that's news to me. So, but as you say, guys, you learn something new every day. Kenny's saying, "I Barnsley." Notice Barnsley ladies are still. What's that say? Stildies. FA Cup in the la. Sorry, Ken, I'm not following that very well, mate. Stildies. What does Stildies mean? I've never heard the word. But thank you, Ken. Trying to give. See what you do. Um, don't upset him too much. He'll go off. He'll disappear again. But Mr. Barnes is saying 1-3-2-3. Dave saying Charlton are not rivals, even if they are 7 miles away. Now, if I said Palace or West Ham, yeah, see, well, thank you, Dave. Yeah, I didn't think they were. You had me questioning my own football knowledge there. I didn't think that you guys were real rivals. I know it's a London derby. I know that. So obviously, there's always the pride of London wanting to beat any London clubs. You guys play each other. Of course, there's always that element. But yeah, thank you for that, Dave. Thank you for confirming that for me, mate. Because I didn't actually think that there was, like I said, there's the natural London rivalry, but I didn't think you guys had a deep rivalry with Charlton. So yeah, I think maybe Ryan needs to brush up on some of his knowledge of other clubs around the UK a bit more before bantering people about things he's not got the full details about. But thank you for that, Dave. As we know, guys, Mr. Barnsley, Ryan is just young. He's young. He likes to come in and try and banter people straight away. So it is what it is. Ryan saying West Ham United massive. Okay. He's clearly in the mood for the wind up tonight, isn't it? Well, if you're so good at the wind up, Ryan, I challenge you to come on here and take it when your team lose. because that's one thing I've noticed. You like to come on here bantering everybody else, but you hide away when your own team lose. So you can give it, but that indicates that you can't take it. Ken is saying at Colne yesterday, although they lost 7-0, the supporters never gave up. Awesome. Well, that's what we love to hear, mate. Yep, absolutely. That sounds quality to me, Ken. Thank you, mate. So we're back underway, guys. Spurs now with the possession on that far side. Now Spurs playing it back to the centre backs. Um, so Ken, you live up that way, mate? You live up near Accrington Way, or he's just up there visiting? If you don't mind me asking, mate. Um, I know you mentioned Accrington earlier, and obviously now you're saying Colne. So that's all in the Burnleyish area, in it, of Lancashire. So yeah, let me know, Ken. Do you actually live this way north, or do you actually just coming up for a visit? I'd be interested to know that, mate, if you don't mind answering. So now Fulham with the possession as they now try to come forward, but Spurs just sitting off here as the Fulham players knocking about on the halfway line. Mr. Barnsley saying, Ken, how is your Peter Barlow laugh out loud? Now, Fulham still knocking it about at the moment on the halfway line. Ken saying he's from Corrie. Yeah. Now Spurs winning it back on that far side as they kick the ball long up the field, but straight back to Fulham as Fulham pick it up now inside their own half. Now knocking it out wide to this near side. Um, right, I can see what is not a positive comment. You want to watch what you're saying, Ryan, because I don't. I'm trying to be positive with you, mate, but you are starting to test my patience with these childish comments. It's just not needed, mate. I don't mind banter, but you're not using the banter intelligently. You're using it childishly. Sorry, guys, not meaning to make a big issue of it, but I don't mind banter, but intelligent banter, childish banter. I've not got no time for. I'm a grown man. You can understand that, guys. I'm a grown man. I'm not interested in childish banter. There's enough of that on social media. Um, so yeah. Dave is saying, Ryan, get up. So, oh, another. Yeah, so see, Ryan trying to get reaction, turning and Ryan here saying London boys playing against each other, soft. I can't even tell what that last word's meant to mean. Sunflow? That meant to be sunflower or something? I don't know. Um, Oh, now Spurs have won it back on this near side as they play it into Son. Son knocking it to Richarlison. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, he just snatched at it, and there could be a goal on top of the goal, and he wouldn't have scored that. That's one thing I don't like about Richarlison. And sometimes he's just too overconfident with his own ability. Instead, he had time to just try and control the ball um, and get a better shot off. Instead, he's just snatched at it and blasted it over the bar. And as I said, there were another goal on top of the goal. He still wouldn't have scored. Now the ball played up the field as Fulham now tried to attack. Challenge comes in from Spurs, and now the referee's going to blow for a foul. And this is very central, about 30 yards out, I would say, for Fulham. Scotland just want to be Ireland. Saying away for a brew. How you doing, mate? Welcome to Football Fandom UK. Welcome to the Fandom community. I'm not sure about your account name, mate. I know quite a few Scottish people, and I don't think they want to. Not all Scots want to be Irish. Um, so I'm not sure about that. But welcome to Football Fandom, mate. A pleasure to have you with us. And Scotland just want to be Ireland, saying away for a brew. Yeah, can't fault you, mate. I've got one right here. So, yeah, can't fault you for that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Scotland just wants to be Ireland. And welcome to the Fandom community, mate. Um, Good to have you with us. Although I'm not too sure about your account name. It's a bit of an unusual one. Now, ball crossed in from the free kick as Spurs managed to knock it away out to this near side. And it just goes out for a throw in to Fulham. Dave saying, Stevie, Gaz, I'm off for this one as someone has spoilt it and peep me off. So take care all. Um, okay, Dave. Thank you, mate. No worries. Take care. Thank you, Dave. Look after yourself, mate. Stay safe and well. Obviously, I understand that Ryan is trying to be provocative to people. And I'm trying to be patient and tolerant with him, understanding that he is just a youngster. But it is getting to the point where we're asking the question, should we just block him to avoid the fact that he just keeps coming in, trying to wind everybody up all the time. He's not coming in making intelligent conversation. And now he's got me talking about this as Spurs have just scored a goal. And instead of talking about the goal, I'm talking about this. So sorry about if you feel that way, Dave. As I say, I'm trying to accommodate everybody and I'm trying to show patience with youngsters as well, mate. So yeah. Try not to let it bother you. Sticks and stones, mate, as it says, sticks and stones. Um, but thank you, Dave. Look after yourself, mate. Stay safe and well. And hopefully see you on future streams, mate, if you're not too busy. And enjoy the rest of the week if we don't see you in the next couple of days. Hope you have a good week ahead, mate. Stay safe and well. So thank you, Dave. Stevie saying, sorry to hear that, Dave. Take care. Thank you, Stevie. Nice one, mate. So Spurs now playing it. I've just scored, coming in from that far side. And I think it was Madison. Apologies, I missed that, guys. You can understand a bit frustrated reading that from Dave. Not because of Dave frustrating me, just the fact that I don't mind banter, guys. I really don't mind banter. But like I said to you before, intelligent banter, not childish banter. There's enough childish banter on social media. If you want childish banter, go and spend it on, waste your time on social media with them plonkers that have limited football knowledge or think that they know it all. We're not about that here at Fandom. So, yeah, sorry about that, Dave. Sorry you feel that way, mate. As I say, hope you enjoy the rest of your week ahead. And thank you, Stevie. Ken saying, sorry to hear that. Enjoy your trip. Thank you, Ken. Absolutely, mate. Typical Ryan. Uh, so thank you, Ken. Yeah, sorry, mate. Thank you, mate. So 56 minutes gone, guys, and it's Spurs 2, Fulham nil, and we've got a corner on this near side for Fulham. So Willian just coming across to take it. Corner comes in now as it's headed away and just goes wide, and that has gone out on that far side. So came off the Spurs player, and that's going to be another Fulham corner this time on the opposite side of the field. Uh, Hassan, how you Hassan saying you pronounced my name correctly and I am joining you from Los Angeles, California. Awesome. Awesome, Hassan. Well, it's a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Absolute pleasure. I've actually been studying a bit about California recently because in my when I do one thing I'm interested in, I'm massively interested in history and geography, me guys, massively. So yeah, always love learning about different parts of the world. Just recently been studying about the Mexican border in America and obviously the problems that's going on over there. I've been studying that, but also about California as well. So yeah, thank you, Hassan. It's a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Welcome to the Fandom community. I hope you're enjoying the show, mate. And yeah, we want fans from all around the world to feel part of the Fandom project. So it's a pleasure to have you with us, Hassan. And yeah, I hope you're safe and well out there in California, mate. Thank you. Yeah, LA Galaxy there, as Ken pointing out, LA Galaxy, I like that. Yep, that's where it is, mate. California. There's a few other clubs in California as well, so I believe. But yeah, well said, Ken. And Stevie saying, welcome, Hassan. Thank you, Stevie. Nice one, mate. And also Ken as well. Thank you, Ken. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you. Ball played down this near side as it's just knocked away and it's gone out for a throw in on this near side. And so William there taking it right to the byline, but Spurs just managing to get the challenge in and knocked it away on that far side. So thank you, Stevie and Ken. You guys awesome. Thank you, guys. Ken saying, Hassan, thank you, mate. Ken saying, dodgy typing fingers. no, no worries, Ken. It's that stupid spell correct thing, isn't it? I know it does it to me. It does it to me all the time. It's annoying. Send a message and then realize you missed out a letter or it spelt a word in a different way that you wanted it to. It's annoying, isn't it? I know what you mean, mate. So thank you, Ken. Thanks for letting us know, mate. Ball played down that far side as Richarlison just keeps it from going out, but Fulham managing to win the ball back. Now played back out to further up the field as it's crossed out to Willian on this near side. Now ball crossed in again as it's deep and eventually goes past everywhere, bounces out on that far side. And Scotland just wants to be Ireland saying, I heard sugar in tea is no, no in Yorkshire. Is this true? No, it's not true, mate. It's not. I mean, I'm not from Yorkshire, but I've got friends who are in Yorkshire, and they do put sugar in tea. So yeah, no, that's a new one to me, that mate. That's a new one to me. As far as I know, they do put sugar in tea. I've got friends that are from Yorkshire anyway, and I actually had family living up there not so long ago as well, although they moved now. But they was putting sugar in tea. Although I don't think they call class as Yorkshire people actually, because uh, the family member one is from Lancashire and one is from down south. So yeah, but their neighbours always had sugar in tea. I know that. But that's an interesting one. Thank you for that. Scotland just wants to be Ireland. Ken saying, poof, sugar, mice, sugar, sugar mice to sugar tea. I tell you one thing I've noticed that's strange, guys. I only come across it a couple of years ago. Do you know that some people drink just hot water? Just red hot water, that nothing in it, no tea, no coffee, no nothing. Just drink water. Um, I met an African guy a couple of years ago, and he come to do a bit of work for us, electrical work or something. I can't remember now. And I asked him, did he want a cup of tea or coffee? And he said, I'll have a cup of hot water. And I was like, why are you drinking just hot water? And he said, it's good for your system. Apparently, it helps flush your system out. So I don't know how true that is. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever come across that, but thank you for that, Ken. So we're having a substitution here, guys. Bobby, Dekodov Reed coming off. And missed the player coming on there. I think the rotation for Fulham after the international break. Now Fulham with the possession at the back as it played out wide to that far side. Spurs challenging for it now as Spurs win it back. Now played back to the halfway line. Now played forward as Spurs knock it out wide to this near side. Now coming towards the box. Ball crossed in as it's deflected away. Now Willian picking it up outside the box. Spurs try to challenge for it. And they end up having a bit of man hug. So, yeah, referee blows for the foul. Have you ever seen that, guys? They collided with each other and ended up falling on top of each other and then hugging. I love the respect, though. I love the respect. No intent to hurt each other. Spurs now winning the ball back from the free kick as it's now Spurs coming forward, playing it towards the halfway line, challenged by Fulham. Spurs manage, well, you don't see that out very often. Spurs riding the challenges, knocked out wide to that far side as Richarlison just unable to keep it in, and it goes out for a throw-in on that far side. Stevie's saying that's just wrong, not having sugar in tea, laugh out loud. I'm pressing the wrong one there. Ken saying, but I do, not drinking tea. Okay, mate. Throwing comes in now for Fulham. Fulham with the ball. Spurs challenge for it, and it's knocked out of play on that far side for another throw-in. So Fulham now winning the ball back, knock the ball up the field. Now Fulham with a long crossfield ball out to this near side, still in their own half of the field at the moment. As the ball played forward, looking to try and get in behind the Spurs defence, but it's intercepted by Tottenham as now Tottenham build from midway inside their own half. So, yeah, thanks for that, Ken. Ken saying, but I do like sugar. Sugar. Tottenham now just slowly building up. If you guys just joining us, we're currently on just coming up to 65 and a half. Just coming up to 65 minutes gone. I'm getting confused because it's between 64 and a half. We're just coming up to 65 now. 2-0 to Tottenham. Now ball played forward. Scotland just wants to be Ireland saying, and Antonio Conte is a true pioneer of hair transplants. I wouldn't know about that, mate. I'm going bald and just accepting it. Just accept it. What's the point? What's the point in worrying about something like that? I mean, when Rooney had it done, I thought it was foolish because it's like life's too short. What's the point in running? Just accept what you are and go with it. None of us are perfect, and there's always going to be things that you don't like about yourself, but you just get on with it. Life's too short. We're not here forever. As the saying goes, long time dead. So make the most of it. Don't worry about trivial things like hair and things like that. But I think Scotland just wants to be Ireland there, trying to make a little bit of joke. But I didn't know Conte had a hair transplant, to be honest. But yeah, doesn't surprise me in this day and age. Thank you for that, mate. Ken is saying, really impressed by Aston Villa yesterday. Yeah, I watched some of that game. Yeah, they played really well, didn't they? They looked really hungry as well. So, yeah, well said, Ken. Was a good game. Spurs now losing the possession just on the edge of the Fulham box as Fulham winning it back now. Ball played up the field as now Fulham with a long crossfield ball out to this near side. Now coming forward as they play the ball to Willian. Willian now with it right on the touchline on this near side as he races forward, taking it to the byline. 1-2, ball crossed in, headed away by Spurs, but Fulham picking up the pieces just outside the box. Now Fulham knocking it out wide to that far side. now Fulham eventually play it all the way back to the halfway line as Spurs press the ball. So yeah, got to agree with you, Ken. Well said, mate. You're right. They played really well, didn't they? They looked quite impressive. Um, so Fulham now knocking it out to that far side. Eric, Sia, how you doing, Eric? Welcome to Football Fan then. Oh, sorry, I break off a minute, mate. As Spurs coming down that far side now. Ball played into the box, but it's Fulham managing to knock it away, but Spurs keeping the possession. I will come back to your comment in a second, mate. Just bear with me a second. As Spurs just know as soon as I take my eye off the ball, they're going to have a shot on goal here. So, yeah, no, they're not. They're knocking it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Eric, sorry, mate. Sorry, Eric Sira, if I'm reading that correctly, saying um, these live stream chat rooms are 99% positive, but the 1% somehow managed to ruin it for the rest of us. Um, okay, well, how are you doing, Eric Sira? Welcome to Football Fan. And I think you're new to the channel. First time I've seen you or seen your account name that I can remember, mate. Welcome to Football Fan. Then, yes, you make a good point, mate. You make a good point. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Obviously, there's only me and Stevie at the moment working on the channel. So it is a small team. We have got other help in the background, but actually working on the channel, it's just me and Stevie at the minute. Obviously we've got people helping in the background with some of the edits and sounds and stuff like that, other aspects of it. But yeah, mate, I'm doing the best I can. One thing I know is I've looked at a lot of other people that do live streams and they don't do the chat. They don't do the chat, and why? Partly because of, like you say, the 1.1% that spoil it. But I'm doing my best. Um, I'm trying to be tolerant when I know it's youngsters. I try to be patient with its youngsters and not overreact too quickly. But uh, I'll do my best as I've already blocked. I mean, we're only quite new to the channel, and I've already blocked a number of people for coming on, putting inappropriate comments, disrespectful comments, and not respecting what the Fandom project is about. Um, we're about bringing good fans together and building a positive community. And I show that regularly by doing these live streams. If I could actually be doing content for the channel that would actually be more beneficial to me personally via videos rather than doing live streams. But because Fandom is about fans and I'm trying to make it about fans and involve fans, that's why I make that special effort. Coming in like today, when I've been at work today, coming in specially doing a live stream to try and create that positive community and do something different to what other YouTubers are doing. But in response to your comment, mate, I've seen a lot of other YouTubers that do have the chat, and their chat's a lot worse than what ours is here at Fandom. So I must be doing something right. I'm not saying I'm doing it perfect. I'm not saying I'm getting it right all the way, but I'm just saying I've seen a lot of other chats on other channels that are not nowhere near as positive as us. Nowhere near. So like I say, mate, I'll do the best I can, and it, people will push my buttons so far, and then I will react. And if they do, then I'll block them. I have no wish to block anyone. I've said this on a number of occasions. I do not want to block people, but if blocking somebody for the better of the whole fandom community is necessary, then if it comes to it, I will do them. I will do it. I will block them. But I try to not overreact to people straight away if I can help it, because it's very easy to do that. So yeah, thank you for that, Eric. Sia, welcome to the Football Fandom community, mate. As I say, I'm not sure if I've seen you before. I don't recognize the account name. But thank you for sharing your thoughts, mate. As I say, I've never claimed to be perfect. I'm learning as I go, and hopefully I'll keep learning and improving. But one thing I've got to mention, mate, is the fans that are part of the Fandom community. As you point out, 99% of them are absolutely top class, mate. Love football, passionate about football, but they know the meaning of respect. And I can say that because a number of these fans that are involved in the fandom community have been coming in for quite a while now, mate. And they've shown absolute respect to other fans in the chat. And I've got to give them a shout out for that, because not a lot of there is plenty of fans. I'm sure you guys been on social media. There's plenty of fans. Let's be honest. Not I don't mean this disrespectfully, but they're just immature. They're just absolutely immature and just behave like complete boneheads. So yeah, that's trying to put it nicely. I could say it a lot worse, but there you go. But thank you for sharing your thoughts, Eric. And as I say, sorry if you don't um, feel I'm doing enough, but I'm trying my best, mate. And as I say, learning as I go. I've never claimed to be the finished article. Always trying to remind you guys that I am always learning to try and improve and get better at building the channel, and also all the tech stuff and social media stuff that comes with it. So thank you, Eric. As I say, mate, welcome to Fanden. So got a challenge on that far side as the Fulham player gone down on the ground here. It doesn't look very good as well, as he's looking in quite a bit of discomfort there. I think he's landed on his leg. He's gone to jump to head the ball. Oh no, actually, did he? No, I think no. I think the Spurs player scraped the studs down the side of his leg there. Actually, Ken's saying that's true. It is. But as I say, guys, I'm trying to do my best. If you go and look at some other YouTubers, they don't even have the conversation chat on because they don't want the problem. And then the channels that do have the chat open, they don't moderate it as to keep the positivity, if that's the right way to put it. I'm doing the best I can, guys. So please bear with me. Um, as I say, we got a small team at the moment working on the channel, but we are looking to expand it when we come across the right people to bring involved in part of the team. So thank you, Ken. Ken saying hi, Eric. Awesome. Thank you, Ken. You're a star, mate. Thank you. Fulham now playing the ball forward as the goalkeeper comes out to intercept that and kicks it back up the other end of the field. And it's gone out on that far side. So thank you, Ken. Top man, thank you for the positivity. Ken say Madison 2-0. I know, mate. Yeah, sorry I missed that goal, guys. You can understand why. I was a bit frustrated with seeing that comment. Not with Dave, but just that Dave felt like that, because especially when it comes to Ryan, no offense, but he is a kid. He might claim to be an adult, but it's pretty obvious with his comments that he's a kid. Now Spurs winning it back on that far side. Oh, they've nicked it back and they come into the box, managed to get the shot off, but the goalkeeper blocks it and eventually it's knocked out behind. But Fulham getting themselves in all sorts of trouble there at the back, as Madison just nicked it off his toes, took the shot. Luckily, Fulham managed to block it. And eventually, as I say, it was eventually blasted out of play. And that'll be a goal kick for Fulham. So Fulham to play out from the back now. Eric saying, hi, Ken. I have a dodgy finger too. Nothing to do with the typing. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. Top stuff, mate. Thank you. And Ken also saying, oh, dear. Don't worry about it, guys. It's easily done. It annoys me all the time with social media because I'm one of my phones I use is a little iPhone, and obviously I'm a grown man, so my fingers are always too big, and it's always doing it because the phone's that small. I'm ending up trying to press one letter and it's pressing two because I've got, well, I wouldn't say I've got fat fingers, but you know what I mean. I've got what you might call proper man hands, if you like. So my fingers sometimes are way bigger than the buttons. So don't worry about it, guys. I think we all have that problem, especially if you've got big hands. Hassan is saying hot water is good for your digestive system instead of cold beverages. It is better to have tea with your meal. Thank you, Hassan. Yeah, I like I say, mate. I only learnt that a couple of years back when I've come across an African guy that asked for water when I offered him a drink, and Yeah, I'd never heard of it before, and he told me. He said, "Yeah, he said it's really good." He said it's really popular with the African community. Apparently, they drink a lot of hot water, and some of them like a bit of hot water with lemon in, which I could possibly drink the hot water. I'm not sure about putting lemon in it though, because I don't really like lemon. Although I do like it on pancakes. But thank you for that, Hassan, top man. Thank you, mate. Um, Top comment there from Hassan. Yep, I've heard that before. Thank you, mate. So ball out on this near side for Spurs. Spurs now with the throw in. Eric is saying every day is a school day. Boiling hot water on its own, not even a bit of lemon or anything. Um, Thank you, Eric. Yeah, well, I'm just saying about lemon. I'm not a big fan of lemon anyway, mate. But thank you, Eric. Yeah, you guys responding to that comment from earlier. So thank you, Hassan and Eric. Thank you, guys. And Ken saying, if everyone liked the same thing equals a dull universe, variety is the spice of life. Absolutely. Well said. Well said, Ken. Yeah, got to agree with that. Variety is the spice of life, and that's what makes us all unique. We've all got different character traits, and that's what makes it a beautiful world, as you say, mate. Unfortunately, like Eric said it before, I think in football and in life, there's always that small percentage, unfortunately, that spoil it. But we have to not let them. We have to do our best to not let them spoil it. So well said, Ken. Thank you, mate. So we've got Spurs now with a free kick on that far side as they knock it back to the goalkeeper. Now goalkeeper plays it out to the centre backs as Spurs just happy to knock it about here at the moment on the edge of their own box. Fulham coming to press the ball, but I think that's what Spurs are trying to do. I think Spurs trying to suck Fulham out of their own area and up the field a bit so they can try and create more opportunities trying to get in behind. Stevie's saying very true, Ken. Nice one, Stevie. Yep, absolutely. Ken saying different fans like different clubs for different reasons. Absolutely, yep. You're absolutely right, Ken. Well said, mate. Like you say, life is would be very dull if we all liked the same thing, wouldn't it, mate? So you're right with that. Fulham now playing the ball out wide to that far side as the ball played back into the centre as Spurs come to challenge for it, but Fulham managing to retain it as they play it back to the centre backs. Now played out wide to this near side as it's played forward. Now Fulham coming towards the edge of the box as Spurs just managed to get in front of them there. And the referee blowing the whistle here. I'm not sure for what, but we're about to have more Spurs substitution. Don't forget, guys, please do hit that thumbs up if you could. And if you haven't already, yeah, sorry, if you have already, thank you very much. Really, really appreciated. So yeah, if you could, the guys, please do it that thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. So we're about to have a triple substitution here for Spurs, guys. 80 and a half minutes gone. So Richarlison coming off. And I think Son's coming off here as well. And Madison. So three important players for Spurs coming off. I think they're wanting to rest players. They play again on Friday, don't they, Spurs? So yeah, Madison coming off, Son coming off, and Richarlison coming off. So players coming on: Johnson, Lo Celso, and Velius coming on for Spurs. And Fulham made a change there as well. John Carney coming on and Joan Polina coming off. So thank you for that, Ken. Spurs now to build from midway inside their own half as we're up and underway again. Now played out wide to that far side. Um, and Ken saying the different players and manager styles too. Yeah, absolutely, Ken. Well, football wouldn't be special to us, would it, if we didn't have different players and manager styles? That's what makes us love it so much, as you say, rightly pointed out there by Ken. So thank you for that, mate. Absolutely spot on. Ken also saying, as a Celtic fan, I am pleased for Angel. Yeah, he's doing well, mate. He's doing well. Like I said, I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, but I'm just waiting because we've seen plenty of managers come into Premier League and do well. Um, you know, for the first 6 months, 12 months. The test will come when he's a bit further down the line for me. But yeah, you're absolutely right. He's doing really well. But for me, like I said, let's see how he gets when it gets into the thick of it. That's what I'm interested in, guys. How will he react with Spurs? Will he keep Spurs in the hunt when it comes to the business end of the season, so to speak? But right now, as you say, mate, rightly pointed out, he's doing really well and got Spurs heading in the right direction. Fulham now winning the ball back as they play it out wide to that far side. Fulham with a shot, and the goalkeeper makes the save as it deflects away. And now Spurs build from the back, playing it out to that far side as they come forward now. Challenge comes in from Fulham on the halfway line. No foul. I don't know if the referee gave the foul there, but if he did, it was certainly taken very quickly as Fulham now playing it out wide to the Willian on this near side. Ball played back into the centre. Fulham get the shot off, but it's blocked off by Spurs. Spurs now trying to pick up the pieces on that far side as Fulham challenge for it. And now the referee blows for a foul. So free kick to Spurs just on the edge of their own box on that far side of the field. Um, so yeah, thanks for that, Ken. Well said, mate. NIFL Premiership results. How you doing, mate? Not spoke to you for a little while. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Premiership results saying hi, Gaz. It's been a long time, mate. Yeah, just saying, not spoke to you for a bit, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having staying safe and well, mate. Um, so yeah, good to see you, mate. Welcome to the show. And always a pleasure to have you involved in the fandom community, as you know, mate. So yeah, hello to you as well, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good start to the week as well. Premiership result, Crusaders. So yeah, Crusaders saying was at the Crusaders match on Saturday. We won 4-1. Great away performance from the lads. Awesome. Yeah, cool, mate. Good to hear that you enjoyed the game. Got to go and support your team. Um, so where you guys in the league, mate? Where are you sitting in the league at the moment? So Fulham now with the possession at the back. But thank you for that Premiership results. Let me know if you can, mate, where you sit at the league in the league at the minute. Ken is saying enjoy a 3 points road trip. Enjoy the 3 points road trip. Yeah, you guys getting the 3 points against Hearts the other day. If you're talking about Celtic, Ken. Um, so Ken now. Sorry. So yeah, Ken. Thank you for that, mate. Is that the game you're talking about? The Hearts game yesterday. So 86 minutes gone, guys. 2-0 to Spurs still. And we've got a stoppage here. So a free kick to Fulham on the halfway line. Played out to this near side. Premiership results saying absolutely. Right. So sorry, Ken. Yep, I think that was responding to Crusaders. So thank you, Ken. Top man. Thank you, mate. Positive vibes from Ken. Awesome tonight. Thank you, mate. NIFL Premiership results saying, absolutely, Ken. Thank you, NIFL Premiership. Ken saying, I'll not sing the jingle bells chant. Now Spurs with the ball played out wide to that far side as it's cut back into the centre now to Maddison. Sorry, not Maddison. Who's that then? Because that looks like Maddison, but I'm seeing it from the distance. It can't be Maddison because he's gone off. Who's that then that looks like him? Let's have a look. Ball played out wide to this near side. It's that Hedgerberg. He looks similar to Maddison from a distance with a camera. Now played out to this near side as Fulham challenge, winning it back. Now Fulham playing it back into the centre. As they just forced to knock it all the way back to the goalkeeper under pressure from Spurs. Now Fulham playing it out wide to that far side as it's not back to the goalkeeper. Now the goalkeeper kicking the ball long up the field as Spurs head it back in the direction it came from, and eventually it's headed out on that far side for a throw into Spurs, bang on the halfway line. Ken, thank you for that, Ken. And NIFL Premiership saying second, it's easy, it's early yet, but I'm delighted. Absolutely, yeah. So you should be, mate. You're right. It is early, but getting points on the board is better than trying to play catch up in it, mate. So yeah, well said. Plenty of time to get more points on the board, but as you say, being in the top mix at the top is where you want to be. Spurs now playing it back to the goalkeeper. Now Fulham winning it back as Spurs play out from the back. Now Fulham on the edge of the box as they try to get the cross in, but it's blocked off by Spurs. Now Tottenham trying to play out from the back as they knock it forward now. Space to run into here for Spurs as they come forward. Fulham with limited bodies back behind the ball as now Spurs play it in behind, but I think he's going to get the offside flag there. Yeah, went too early, and that will be a free kick. So Fulham now to play out from the edge of the box. NIFL Premiership saying, honestly, I would be happy if we make progress on last year's. Sorry, guys. On last year's position. Okay, where do you think finished last year? You must have finished top half. You must have been top three or something like that because you did play in Europe briefly, didn't you? If I remember correctly. Ball played out wide to that far side for Tottenham as they just managed to keep it from going out of play there. Now it's cut back as Tottenham knock it all the way back to the halfway line under pressure from Fulham. 7 minutes added on time, guys. So 7 minutes remaining, 2-0 to Tottenham. So Tottenham playing it back to the goalkeeper. Now Spurs play it out wide to that far side as the ball knocked up the field. Both sets of players challenging for it on that far side as Spurs managed to come away with it, but don't manage to keep it in, and that'll be a throw into Fulham midway inside the Spurs half of the field on that far side. Ball comes in. Now Tottenham with the ball as Fulham now win it back. Now Fulham playing it forward as they knock it out wide to this near side, but Spurs quickly come to challenge as Fulham edge their way towards the box. Spurs now winning it back. Spurs trying to race down this near side, but Fulham not giving it up as they challenge for it on the halfway line, managing to win it back. Now played back to their centre backs as Fulham tried to build again. Spurs coming to challenge for the ball as they chip the ball forward down this near side. William racing up towards the corner flag, but has to cut back inside as Spurs come with him all the way. Now ball crossed in as Fulham in the box, managing to get the shot off, but it's blocked off by Spurs, and now Spurs winning the ball back. Space to run into on that far side. It's now Spurs racing it into the Fulham half, down that far side as they cut the ball inside, but Fulham challenge for it and win it back. Why didn't they keep going there? I think they're just trying to run the clock down now, but they had a great opportunity to get forward there and get into the box, maybe get another goal, or at least an effort on goal. Fulham now play it out wide to this near side. As the ball pinged back to the goalkeeper. Now Fulham just knocking it about at the moment, midway inside their own half, as Spurs happy to just sit off at the minute. And we are just coming up to 3 minutes gone of the added on time, guys. 4 minutes remaining. Now Fulham playing the ball out wide to this near side as Spurs challenge for it, and it's deflected out for a throw-in on this near side to Fulham. Fulham now with Willian as he takes it into the centre. Now long crossfield ball as he tries to play it in behind there, but just too much pace on that ball, and it bounces behind, and that'll be a goal kick for Tottenham. Ken saying, enjoy supporting your team through thick and thin. Absolutely, Ken. Well said, mate. Well said. Yep. So true, that, mate. Sometimes you have to just say to yourself when it's a defeat, it's just have to take it on the chin and enjoy the good moments when they come. So, yeah, well said, Ken. Ball played out wide to that far side for Fulham as they come under pressure and now play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. And now Fulham play out from the back. So, yeah. And then IFL Premierships results saying, absolutely, yeah, you guys are top. Thank you. Crusaders, thank you for that, mate. Now, ball played out wide to this near side for Fulham again. Spurs come to challenge for it, but Fulham play it in to the centre. Now Fulham play it in behind us. They've got space to run into, coming into the box. Can they get the shot off? And Spurs just getting back to block that shot. Well, Fulham, they'll be kicking themselves there. They had a really good opportunity, but he just couldn't get the ball under control properly. And they missed an opportunity there. Spurs now playing out from the back as they knock the ball out to that far side, pushing up the field, but then cut it back towards the centre backs as Fulham get themselves bodies back behind the ball. And Ken is saying Valencia 2, Cediz 0 result. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, mate. Yeah, 2-0 to Valencia out there in La Liga. I'll be doing some La Liga football on the other channel once I get it up and running. Yeah, it was Harry Wilson that should have made the most of that opportunity for Fulham, but as I say, he just couldn't get the ball under control enough. Now Spurs with the possession knocked out wide to that far side as they come forward now. Fulham come to challenge for the ball, but Spurs managing to retain it as they play it out wide to that far side. It's challenged and knocked out, and that goes out for a throw-in on the far side to Spurs. Spurs now with the ball crossed backwards to their centre-backs. Fulham come to press the ball, and that forces Spurs to play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. So now goalkeeper plays it forward. It's now Spurs playing it down the middle, trying to play in behind, but Fulham just intercept it. Then Spurs nick it back, but then he's pinched it back, but as he's nicked it back, he's just tapped the ball forward but I think he's put a bit too much on it as he's tapped it forward and the ball just ran out of play and he couldn't get to it in time. So Fulham to build from the back. Now Fulham playing it forward. As now, there goes the full-time whistle. And it's finished Tottenham 2, Fulham 0. So let's go to the match stats and see how that game has gone at full time in numbers. So please do drop your comments in, guys. If you've got any final thoughts or any opinions on the game, please drop them in now, guys. I will read out any final comments before I jump off. But let's quickly have a look at the halftime. At the full time match stats. So just bear with me a second, guys, as I bring it on the screen so you guys can also analyze it as well. So here we go, guys. This is how the game has gone in numbers. So at full time, total shots, Tottenham 15, Fulham 10, shots on target 5 for Tottenham, 3 for Fulham. Possession 56% for Spurs, 44% for Fulham. Passes 582 for Tottenham and 459 for Fulham. Pass accuracy 87% for Spurs, 84% pass accuracy for Fulham. Fouls 10 against Tottenham, 14 against Fulham. Yellow cards just two against Tottenham, none against Fulham. No red cards, thankfully. Offsides 4 against Tottenham and 6 against Fulham. Corners 3 for Tottenham and 5 for Fulham. So there you go, guys. If you want to see the table, there it is. As you can see, that result pushes Tottenham to the top of the league. Last 5 games, 4 wins, 1 draw. Fulham now sit 13th in the table. Their last 5, 1 defeat, 1 defeat, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat, 1 win. So Fulham struggling to get any kind of rhythm going at the moment. But as we can see, Tottenham flying high. But as there is 38 games in the season, guys, there is only 9 games played. So as we've seen with Tottenham before, they can get carried away when they get up there at the early in the season and then fall away later in the season. So if you are a Tottenham fan, enjoy the moment, but don't get carried away with it, guys, until we're later in the season, as that has actually been your downfall before in previous seasons. So let's go back to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Ken saying, thanks for the stream. Spurs top of the tree. Thank you, Ken, and thank you for your awesome conversation, positive vibes and company, mate. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week ahead, mate. Take care, look after yourself, and yeah, maybe see you later in the week for some of the European games. As I say, Ken, always a pleasure to have you involved in the chat, mate, and in the fandom community. So, yep, stay safe and well, Ken. And thank you, as always, mate, for your positive vibes. Massively appreciated. So, yep, take care, mate. As I say, hope you have a good week ahead. And maybe see you later on one of the other streams. So, thank you, Ken. Top man, NIFL Premiership results saying, thanks, Gaz. Hope to appear more in the upcoming weeks. I have been a bit busy, and thank you again for the stream. No worries, mate. Thank you, NIFL Premiership. No worries, mate. If you guys are busy, I always try to be honest and say to you guys that I do understand you guys have other things going on occasionally. So yeah, if you guys occasionally have the odd week or two here or there where you're busy, don't worry about it. You are still part of the fandom community, and come and get involved as and when you can. So thank you for that, Anna. NIFL Premiership results. Thank you, mate. Take care. Look after yourself. Stay safe and well. And yeah, maybe see you later on in the week. But if not, mate, hope you have a top week ahead. Look after yourself, and thank you for your positive comments. And as always, mate, thank you for your great conversation in the chat. Always a pleasure. Um, Hassan saying thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to watch the match. I think that's with you. Thank you, Hassan. Absolute pleasure to have you with us, mate, and fantastic to have you part of the Fandom community. I hope you like what the channel's about, mate. And look after yourself out there in LA, mate. I forgot to ask you before you go, mate, if you're still there. What club is it? Are you actually a Spurs fan? If you don't mind me asking, are you a Tottenham fan? Or if you don't mind, could tell me what club you support? But yeah, absolutely, Hassan. A pleasure to have you with us, mate. Thank you very much for all your positive comments and conversation. And hope you stay safe and well out there in LA. And as I say, California, should I say, always a pleasure to have people from the US, Canada, South America, and all around the world. So thank you, Hassan. Yep, hopefully see you again involved in the fandom community, mate. But like I say, enjoy the rest of the week ahead. Stay safe and well. And like I say, look after yourself, mate. Look after yourself. Um, Stevie's saying, thanks everyone for joining tonight. Hope to see you on future streams. Thank you, Stevie. What a guy. Thank you, top man. And Hassan saying, I'm a Celtic and Liverpool fan. Awesome. Awesome. Well, that's top stuff, mate. Yep. Well, we do cover quite a bit of Celtic and Liverpool on the channel as and when we can. Obviously, we're trying to do as many clubs in the UK as possible. But yeah, we're always trying to give Celtic and Liverpool consideration as well. So yeah, it's a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Absolute pleasure, Hassan. So look after yourself, mate. And yep, we'll love to have you involved more in the fandom community if you like if you liked your experience today. So stay safe and well, mate, out there in California. And thank you for your top comments this evening. And as I say, mate, take care, look after yourself. So, guys, that's it from me. I'm going to jump off, go and grab a bite. Because sometimes when I've been at work all day, it can be a little bit daunting all day, but you guys with your positive conversation and comments always make it a more enjoyable experience and encourage me to keep doing what the work that I'm putting in. So thank you to all you guys for your great conversation and comments in the chat. And it's a pleasure to have you guys involved in the fandom community. But for me, for now, that's it. Take care. Hopefully see you again over through the week on the European games. But for me, for now, that's it. Take care. All the best. Bye for now.